Thank you for inviting us this afternoon. And it says guest speaker. We are not guests anymore. We are your old friends. And it's always nice to see on Sabbath afternoon like this, all the churches come together and really show our talents, right? And it's so lovely. Heaven rejoices to see all the musicians sing so well and glorify God's name. And when we first came here this afternoon, I asked friend, what exactly are you trying to accomplish this afternoon? Then he said, Rome, that is Redlands Indonesian SDA Fellowship Outreach Ministry was inspired by Mr. Henry Lego. And then he was inspired by his love, by his passion to serve the Lord. And then so Rome, so you can see that all the gentlemen are wearing the shirt Rome. But friend, how come it's only the gentlemen wearing the shirts? Really, I suggest, okay, now we have a beautiful, lovely girls here. Girls are just as important. So I suggest you will pick the blue color like what Fonny is wearing and then design something so you can match Rome, okay? The next time the next year when we do that, the girls also have the uniform, so that would be very nice. Just nice, so everybody, so you can let the girls do something like when the guys are wearing the shirt. Okay, now, so what I'm trying to say, friend, you only need us here for to be cheerleaders, right? Because you have done everything right. This church has been blessed with so talented people and so willing to work. And I see the way you do things, the ways you send Mrs. Linda Lego to go to Manado to negotiate all the things to kind of confirm the dates and everything. And I like the way you work with the local churches and local conferences and local mission. And I like the way you do the fundraising. Everything you do, everything right. Sylvia, you said we need $13,000. Well, we have 13. We need a total of $20,000, but this is just $20,000 to be used for all the expenses. And then you have raised 7,000. You only need 13,000 left. And then how come you say tonight you only need 10,000? No, aim for $13,000. So I suggest you count the money before the closing song. Let's announce how much you get tonight, because friends said that tonight is this concert is the first time that you have this benefit concert for all kinds of projects, because you're going to have a lot of projects in the future. And I would say from now on, like I said, and have a systematic this kind of concert, kind of make you feel good. This is kind of a feel good, because every time when you do any project, you need some fun, the element of fun, and that's the thing that is important. Now, I brought some slides. Mission projects that have been done by our group. Your group is Rome, and our group is GOF, Global Outreach Fellowship. We're from Azure Hill Church in Grand Terrace. We have done two projects, two big projects to Indonesia. And why do we pick Indonesia? Because somebody like Pastor Johnny Rubis, was trying to encourage us to go to Myanmar or something. No, we said no. Our hearts are still in Indonesia, and so here, this is the time that all of us give back to Indonesia, because you can see the great needs in Indonesia. This morning, actually, somebody was saying, we don't have to go to Manado, because in Manado there are a lot of Christians, so it's very, very easy to know. It is not easy to convert the Manadonis. You still need effort, and with the effort comes need money, time, and the commitment. And I like it also that Sylvia said that all of you are going to be self-supporting, right? And we have the 4 speakers, that is our very own Pastor Sangari, Pastor Situmea, and then Pastor Kratagi, and Pastor Sumenda. Alright. Our first one was in Manado. And our guests at that time, we had 17 speakers at that time. That is 17 titik. And our guest speaker was Pastor Dan Matthews from University Church. And then at that time, the highlights, you can see the 4 ex-union presidents present. And I am very proud of this picture because sometimes, things that we do may not be duplicatable. Is that, I'm going to create a word. It's very difficult now. For instance, Pastor Constalia is so frail already. It's almost impossible for him. And I'm so proud of this picture. And we did this in Kawangan. About 4,000 members, 4,000 people attended that on Sabbath. This is the last Sabbath. And again, for the 4 ex-presidents, and just like what I said, we work with the East Indonesian Union and the local conferences. There were 3 conferences. These are the presidents, and then there were 17 of us, and these are the baptismal candidates. And at that time, your very own Pastor Sangari and Pastor Kartagi were the coordinators for the baptism. And the total overall from that mission, we were able to baptize more than 700 members. So anybody who says that Manado is easy, no, it is not easy because it was through our effort. And again, our satellite programs before that, and those are very important to plant the seeds for the big event to come. 2015, we went to Karo. At that time, Gunung Sinabung erupted. But then the nice thing is that you can see through our windows, we can see this beautiful eruption every night at that time. And the land was all devastated. Tapi kesian orang kampung, they tried to salvage whatever they could salvage. Every morning, even though the government said, no, you cannot go to those places, they went to those places, tried to clean up the place, and hopefully that the land will not be forever wasted. And because of the devastation, so a lot of kebun jeruk, all became so destroyed. So we went, Mrs. Lego and Mr. Lego and a group of friends. In the morning, we went to visit the farmers and pray with them that hopefully they can stay strong, stay faithful, then they can continue their work and continue God's work. And every morning we have the morning worship, and you can see that we have our uniform too. And we work with the local conference. You can see that we're local workers. And here at that time we had 11 speakers, and at the middle was Pastor Ron Kluse from Andrews University. Every morning, Pastor Kluse and Dr. Daniel Injo made seminars for the local workers, and attended by 200 some, and you can see we even got the certificates from Andrews University, and this is kind of one of the highlights of the program. And sometimes we couldn't go to the churches, so we have to meet in the local townhouses, and everybody sat on the floor. And talking about Mr. Lego, I asked, what time did you start the program? Oh, nggak bisa dibilang. Itu tergantung dari petaninya. Petaninya, they have to go to the field, and when they came back, they have to take a shower, they have to eat dinner, then they would come. So sometimes, even though we said we're going to start at 7 o'clock, 7:30, no, sometimes even 9 o'clock in the evening. Kapan habisnya? Oh, habis itu kita masih ngobrol-ngobrol, sometimes until 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. I said, how are you going to do the next thing? Oh no, we're so enthusiastic. So this is the kind of things that all our members are doing, and we can see that everybody is so enthusiastic, and I know your group is going to be the same also. We also have prison ministry. Prison ministry is very unique because they only give us X amount of time for you to go to the prison. It's only during the visiting hour, including the baptism only during the visiting hour, like in the afternoon from 2 to 4. So we have to accomplish everything between 2 to 4. And we were very lucky that we could do this ministry. And all the members, they would give their produce the best produce and cook for us. Oh, it was so lovely. The food was so good. And then Pastor Kusel liked to visit the kampong here. Only he just loved children, and you can see that we really enjoyed. Remember the element of fun. We have to have some fun. And then Papa even went to Danau Toba, and then behind there they had some kampong 7-day Adventist village, and then Master Praginangan was so proud to tell us, those are the houses of the 7-day Adventist members. And again, we have a lot of people coming, like over 2,000. And this one, actually, this building was occupied when the volcano erupted earlier. This is by the refugees. And just 6 months before we went there, and they were able to clean up and evacuate, because we needed this place because we needed the baptismal site. And you can see, I'm so proud of this. You can see all the people that we know, they were baptized. And through that effort, and again in the prison, they also have baptism. Remember I said between 2 to 4, and we were able to have baptism, 64 people from the prison. So total from that effort, we had over 400 souls. Now, 2017, we're going to Ambon. We have 4 sites at the 4 titik that we're going, and we're going to be working with the local conference. And this is very important, but be very gentle. Okay, but who is the coordinator for the trip? Friend, you're the coordinator. You'll be the most charming person, right? Yeah. And then, by the way, Sylvia, the amount of $20,000 is only the expenditure that you'll be needing, right? But you'll friend needs something in his pocket too, because there are a lot of incidentals. We have gone to 2 trips, incidentals, kalau perlu apa, immediately. Then, so I would say that if you can raise more than 20,000, say that 25,000 extra or 5,000 extra, any leftover that you can give to the Minahasa conference. That will be kind of logical. I like this picture. And again, it's not duplicatable. When did we get the picture? We don't even remember, because every time when we took picture, but only now that we realize some pictures are so important. Mr. Lego promised that he was going to Ambon. He cannot go, but Linda can go with us, and all of you can go with us. If you remember our Sabbath school this morning, about the Great Commission, after Jesus was resurrected, then he said, go into all the world. Because Mrs. White said, the pastors themselves won't be able to finish the work. It's up to every one of us to do the work. So every one of us in this hall now is very important. At this time, you can see that a lot of angels really praise what we're doing, and you can see that this is very important, and we are really looking forward to join Jesus. Go ye therefore and teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and the Holy Ghost, teaching them to observe all things whatsoever I have commanded you. And lo, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world. And this one was the Great Commission given by Jesus, who died for us. And this morning in the Sabbath school, he was resurrected. Okay, now at this time, just to make the mood, Dr. Inyo will sing a song the holy city. And if you remember when John said, beside the tideless sea, because at that time he was so lonely. Sometimes he was so alone and he did not know why he had to be there. And then, but then when he looked up, when he got the vision of the holy city, and he said the sea was timeless. It was so still for him to remember that Jesus is there waiting for him. Berarti inyo, the holy city.